The final match of round 1 of the Ultimate Single Schmoedown is about to begin, which means the question shall be, will a favorite finally win a goddamn match? Well, let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Okay, now that I got a good chuckle out of the way, let's do this without further ado. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, guys. Yet again.
Well.
Hello, John Rocha. Are you going to win today?
Don't give me that hello outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you? Hardly, dude. I'll take you on.
Hope I didn't put the jinx in it. Hope I didn't put the Chris Clark curse, the Triple C on, wearing the Outlaw Nation shirt. God forbid. If John Rocha loses, what in the world with this first round? Here's to a good match. Cheers. Nectar of the Gods, Sprite. Hello, Mark Ellis. God, you let me down in the last match. What else is new? Because nobody likes JTH. Must be a proven fact. What punk move?
Fans will be able to play all trivia modes and compete against your favorite competitors, join a league, or play a friend one-on-one. After you accrue enough points, you can unlock the Inner Geekdom division and play in another format. Find some fans from all over the world, climb up the rankings, Demon Champion.
Oh, Stacy, how could you? But you're strong.
I'm so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the movie Trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I totally knew that.
I totally knew that.
It's for everybody. Make
Except
sure you guys
not
download
me,
it
ever,
right now
because
on
I don't
iTunes
know
for
anything.
a one-time
Ever.
fee of just $3.99.
Ding, ding, ding.
And make sure you request to join the Movie Trivia Facebook page. And then one day, maybe you can challenge the likes of a Rocha, a Riley, maybe
For
even
me?
your old pal, Baby Carrots.
Me?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
No,
It's
no.
Schmoedown time.
I would need a competent phone in order to do that. Boom. I was actually so worried that yet another upset was going to happen. That even though it makes common sense to vote for Rocha and bid 3 points on the Fan Reaction League, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'm not taking any chances.
Harloff and Riley, they were my stepping stones to take care of Baby Carrots.
And your winner, advancing to the Schmoedown spectacular.
Oh, why couldn't that have been this year? Choking on memory lane.
When I take
And then
on
choking on
Riley, I'm gonna take
Tuesday's
on
match.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. You stay with me now. We're gonna fight harder and we're gonna win. Riley, I love you to death, but I gotta beat you again. Because I want Dan. What I said is I want that belt around my waist. So there's still a chance.
And your winner, the Outlaw, John Rocha!
Listen, you and me, you gotta worry about it. You gonna hold on to that belt when I face you? I don't think so. I've been working my ass off to fight Dan Roll, and now the time has come.
And your winner, and
The news. We wouldn't see that belt once JTH showed it off, and then the new belt showed up. And then that lasted for a cup of coffee.
Before Harloff comes out here, I would just like to say, win or lose, Rocha.
Yeah.
When Mance beats you the next time,
Come on now.
I want to take you on.
Oh!
Oh, he's calling out Rocha.
It's gonna end up like Batman vs Superman. Less than stellar for you.
You
That's
vote-
what it'll be.
Ooh,
That's what it'll be,
score.
son.
Or it could be an extended edition.
Yes, I remember the BBS.
Why am I in this fatal five-way? I'm going to tell you why. It's because, you know, if you look at my Inner Geekdom career, I've been performing
Jolly Ranchers.
With the team career, we've been doing pretty well. Team Truck's had a solid run. But if you look at my singles career, I've stumbled a couple of times. But I've only stumbled against champions. Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie.
Well, I guess we know what's going to happen in this match then.
Correct.
Upset!
Is it Sweet Home Alabama?
That's correct.
Is it Pittsburgh?
That's 1 point.
Nice.
And your winner
Wow.
going on to play
Couldn't even put the bad guy over.
Justice!
You will, in fact, be facing John Rocha in the Ultimate Schmoedown
Only took
tournament.
about a year.
You know, I'm a little afraid of Rocha. I'm a little afraid of Rocha. He's a good pal of mine, and I know that he's an evil, evil man, but now he's a hero again. So
He's not a hero.
You know,
he's an outlaw.
It'll be nice just to be in the same tournament as John
Outlaw.
Rocha, because
Yeah,
last year I missed out by one.
Do it the right way.
Christian Harloff
Backwards,
beat me.
it's
I barely didn't make it in.
wall
So this year it'd be nice to at least get in around
which
one. And
is
whoever
not very
wins, you know what?
intimidating.
I'll cheer him on. You know what? If Rocha beats me, I'll make this promise to Rocha right now. If Rocha beats me, I'll walk out and cheer with him all the way through to the end.
Rocha. Inman. I heard the worst pun ever yesterday on the Facebook page. I say that as I sneeze. The Inman is about to be Outman. Oh my goodness. That just called for the JTH dry humor gif. Yep, I got about 10,000 gifs. Have you figured that out yet? I made about a gif for pretty much everything I see. Hey, the belt's back. Hello, Mark. Oh, Mark. Hello, Christian. I'm actually more disappointed in your partner. Oh, you sure did get that. There's my Stacey Howard. Everybody pretty much was doing that.
Well, yeah, you know, you're my buddy.
She went,
ah!
We all went,
I honestly thought you and I were going to be going head-to-head at the Spectacular this year.
Yeah, you know, it turns out baby carrots actually have a lot of chlorine in them.
Yeah.
And it turns out that they're not real carrots. They're just actually chopped up bigger carrots. So the name baby carrots will continue on. But as far as my future in this tournament, Stacey Howard put that to an end. And, I'm, you know, hats off to Stacey Howard. If I had to lose to somebody, I'm glad it's one of the bright new stars in this league. Make no mistake about it, I'm emotionally dead inside.
You are indeed. Now,
as am I.
We're seeing some old dogs get taken out.
I'm very drunk
had
right
to find
now.
somebody else to
You
root
are out of the
for.
tournament. Josh McCouga is out of the tournament.
He's drunk as well.
One of the old dogs that is in the tournament
Right there.
is the former team champion, the former singles champion,
Former
finalist,
everything.
John the Outlaw Rocha.
He's still playing.
He's still playing.
Oh,
and
good for him.
He is back and he is hungry. He really wants to play me for that belt come Spectacular. But in order to do that, he now has to play Jason Inman, who rightfully earned his shot in that fatal five-way where even Jason Inman didn't think he was going to win it. He was shocked when he did. No, he came
So he's
kind of
like me. Only unlike me, he actually wins.
That's the story of this match right now. Is
I don't think I'm ever going to win.
Cowboy, but the Cowboy has
and
a lot of geek in him, and the geek, he's got
so when it comes to wrestling
there, and he
trivia,
might own a horse as well.
I got my shit down on
so
that.
Both these guys, obviously,
Mark.
Rocha is determined
Borge, not
to get
Ellis.
back on top. The stipulation, we haven't seen Rocha since the collision, and the stipulation that was made in order for
Too
him to
many
play in
marks.
the triple threat was that he would have
Riley,
to
Ellis, Borge. You should be honored, Borge. You just got put in the same sentence as Riley and Ellis.
4 in a row, then he would get that shot.
Right
so
there.
Rocha's ready to do it. He's always been one of the most competitive in the league.
Yes, look at that picture. Christian and Ellis. That's the closest you'll ever see them
and it's gonna be
next to the
something. But the two of
title,
these guys have
with the
some nice
title
words to
not
say
on the
about each
line.
other, and some competitive words. Here we go.
What a shame.
All right, here we go. First match.
Hey, you
Back
stole
in the
my
tournament
shirt.
once
Oh,
again.
no, you're
You
wearing
saw
black
me in
shirt.
the tag team match. We
Black
took care
shirt.
of business, Matt and I, against Real Rejects. Here I go against another 16-seed team. And what do I got to do? Just like the team match, I got to win 4 matches. That's interesting. Yeah, 4 matches. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I get Harloff.
Oh, you mean you didn't do the Triple H?
How the hell
4,
did I get here? I didn't even
3,
expect that I was going to be
2,
here. But you know what?
1.
I earned my shot to take
Oh,
on the champion. John Rocha, he's a friend of mine.
He's a friend of
He's a mean
yours.
son of a bitch. He's a hell of a competitor. But John, I love
He's
you.
a friend of
Now that I'm
yours.
here,
Last match, you called him an
Jason Inman,
evil,
saw your
evil
match.
man.
Fantastic. You're going to be a hell of a competitor for
Somebody's
me in this
lying.
match today. But I got it.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
3, 2, 1. That's what we're getting to.
I'm gonna rise
gotta brace
like
my inner
the
Maury.
Phoenix that is one half of Team Trek, because that's right. We were in the team tournament. Yeah, I'm gunning for the Inner Geekdom tournament right now, and now I'm in the singles. And John, I'm sorry, you were my friend. I love you to death. Don't talk about my wife that way, but you gotta go out.
So Jason, you're the next part. I love you to death. You're young. I love your wife. I love everything about you, Jason.
Everybody loves
But I
each
gotta
other.
take you out.
Yeah,
Because like everyone else in this tournament, you're a bag of bones in the way of the belt.
I think if you would ask anybody, I am truly the ultimate underdog of the Schmoedown. But you know what? Those are the people that are going to surprise you.
Don't
These
say it.
shoulders
Don't say
are
you gotta
built
win.
to
You
carry
gotta win,
championships.
because then it'll
So
happen.
that's what I'm here to do. Yeah, I'm a face. I'm a heel. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's time to compete. It's time to get it done.
I am the underdog. I am here to stay. I earned my shot. And you know what? I'm going to use that momentum to rocket myself all the way to the top.
Jason Inman, it's time to go down. Live long and prosper, but I'm going to treat you like Spock at the end of Star Trek 2. I'm going to jettison you out of the ship and put you on that planet.
Star Trek smack talk.
Woo, boy, man. I mean, you know, Rocha.
different Rocha. It's a different Rocha.
It's a different Rocha. I like the competitiveness from Inman. An interesting note is that these guys consider some of their strengths to be Star Wars and Star Trek. That's not on the wheel. However, you do have some all-time Rocha favorites. Yeah. And, of course, Jason
Good.
Inman is
Keep
never
Star
too
Wars,
far
Star
away from
Trek
comic
off that
book movies.
wheel.
It is
Leave them in the
absolutely
Inner
the truth, and I think
Geekdom,
that it's very
where they
interesting.
belong.
Inman didn't get in last year. He almost did. But Rocha, this is the tournament.
If those
that
guys
made
want Star
Rocha
Trek, Star
the star
Wars,
he is
you
today
play
in
in
the
Inner
Jutice
Geekdom.
Schmoedown. So can he ever repeat
There you
the
go.
performance? Very interesting.
They've actually, I think they actually listened to me on that. Keep them in Inner Geekdom. Make them Inner Geekdom exclusive.
But it's going to be tough, and we are ready to go. Mark, are you ready for the tail of the tape?
Inman nipping at his heels. Let's see what each character has as far as the strength goes.
Tail of the tape, Jason Inman has comic book movies, animated movies, and putting down Jeff Snyder when Jeff Snyder says dumb things.
He is very good at doing that. Snyder good at saying dumb things as well.
John Rocha, strengths are biopics. He has dramas.
And drama.
Full of drama. He's really good at blowing up bathrooms before matches.
Yeah,
and
that
now
makes
we get
sense.
to see him compete firsthand.
You ain't kidding. That looked like that was a problem. All right, guys.
You saw it?
I saw him in there, and I decided I
Get
wasn't
on.
going to go in
I
there.
saw
on now.
shoes and ran the other direction.
Smart move. Could be.
Excuse me, boots.
Horror film. All right, here we go. Ladies and Mark, are you ready to go?
Oh, let's hear those words.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
3 rounds in the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Division. Introducing first, representing Team Trek with a record
Doesn't sound very
of
Trekky.
2 wins, 2 defeats. Give it up for Jason Justice Inman.
Oh, Justice with the cool sunglasses look. Star Trek always close to his heart. Pointing. That's a Wonder Woman look? Is that what it is?
Tournament in general, that's the point.
He's got a Wonder Woman jacket on there.
This tournament in general.
Oh, he's pulled an Andraco. They're bad.
Jason Inman wins that fatal 5-way, gets himself this chance, and my God, if he could beat John Rocha, he could easily make himself a favorite to win this.
Absolutely, and the Wonder Woman jacket apropos. Hopefully, he's the latest woman in a long line to reject John Rocha here today.
And his opponent, representing the Horsemen, with a record of 6 wins, 4 defeats. He is the 2016 Ultimate Schmoedown finalist,
Say
the
finals.
former
Can't say
Movie
winner.
Trivia
I did.
Schmoedown team champion, the former Movie Trivia
The
Schmoedown singles
former
champion,
everything.
the Outlaw, John Rocha! Smiling Rocha! A smiling Rocha! A little dance, a little crazy, a little pep in his step. That's the whitest I've ever seen John Rocha.
Yeah, very wedding Rocha out there on the reception.
Representing the 4 horsemen. Wait a minute.
Wait
Wait a minute.
taking the seat. He still had Oh, he's got 2 of the horsemen showing. Oh, and he's got an I Love Rocha.
Oh, well, this is just a dandy of a match so far.
Look, I like that. I like what Rocha did there. He's got only the 2 horsemen kind of showing out of his
That's
vest.
right.
Yeah, but one of them's the captain.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. It's gonna
One's
work
the
like
captain.
Mark.
That don't work.
In round number 1, competitors are going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is
yes,
worth
guess
1
better do
point. There's
this.
no penalty for missing a question.
Will I finally get out of my 3 out of 8 rut?
Once you hear the question asked by us up here at the news desk, please write down your
Hopefully.
answer on the whiteboard in
I'd
front
like to
of
do
you,
better,
just south of your course
but I
light,
expect
Mr.
better.
Rocha.
Thank you.
And when we ask you to show your answer, please reveal it to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone.
Jason Inman, are you ready?
Let's do it.
John Rocha, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, here we go. Question number 1 in the realm of animated. What comedian voices the woolly mammoth Manfred in Ice Age?
Boy, those movies get funnier and funnier the more they make them. Those Ice Age
You
movies,
really are drunk,
Oh,
huh?
they are. Oh, I find them so entertaining.
Are you on heroin?
That's Squirrel Scrap.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ray
Hands
Romano.
down. John Rocha.
Ray Romano.
Correct. Inman.
Ray Romano.
There you go. Tie it up.
Come on, why are you cheering for me? Come on, I haven't done anything.
Your next category, famous directors.
Oh, boy.
These are directors who have acquired some level of fame. And your question is, what famous director founded the effects company Industrial Light and Magic?
Is that a trick question?
Are you good at light and or
Who
magic?
knows?
Do you know any magic tricks?
I'm great at magic.
You're
can
great.
disappear out of a bar.
You're great
It's
at
a tough one.
entertaining
5,
a little person.
Tim Burton.
who's different.
3, 2, 1. Jason Inman.
George Lucas.
That's
Oh.
correct. Rocha.
George Lucas.
All right.
Yeah, I guess
Here we
Tim
go. No
Burton's
one
would have
applause
been
for that because it was the easiest question
goth
I've ever asked.
and weirdness.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
This side of Calvin Klein it is. God damn it.
I'm not even supposed to be here, so I'll take it.
Category of dramas. Category of dramas. Who won an Academy Award for playing accused spy Rudolph Abel in Bridge of
Oh.
Spies?
That one gave them both some pause.
They thought about it.
Yeah, their pens ain't so cocky now. Huh?
All right, take it easy. And 5, 4, 3,
John
2,
Malkovich.
1. Pens down. John Rocha.
Mark Rylance.
That's correct. Inman.
He's also in Dunkirk.
he is, but that does not count. All right, here we go. Next question.
Stole an Oscar from Sylvester Stallone. Still
Yes.
not happy about it.
John Rocha
Agreed.
takes the lead. 3-2.
Your next category is in horror/thriller movies. And your question is thus. Name the very first film where audiences met the
Oh,
killer
you
doll
might
with a
actually know
fierce
this.
grin, Chucky.
I hope so. I hope this is
First
right.
film. Out of the 7,000 of them that have been made.
And again, like the Ice Age, they get better and better and
That's
better.
not necessarily untrue. 5,
I hope this is right. I don't know what else it would be.
3,
Child's Play?
2, 1. Pens down. Jason Inman.
Is it Child's Play?
That's correct. Rocha.
Child's Play.
That's
Actually,
correct.
second
Child's
guess
Play.
how
There you
to
go.
spell
All
child.
right, John Rocha has not missed. 4-3
I don't see
here.
child very
Next
often.
Question. Action adventure. What was the subtitle of the first live-action G.I. Joe movie released in 2009?
What's the subtitle of the first?
You know what I love about Rocha's matches is that you get to literally
Jeez.
be along for the ride with him every breath he takes.
He does, and he groans even when he clearly knows that he's
Sting and the police would love this guy.
5, 4,
Shit.
Isaac
3,
Cobra? Is that the first
2,
one?
1. Pens down. Inman.
Rise of Cobra.
Correct.
Damn
Rocha.
it. Renegades.
Oh, he missed
Oh.
it. All right, so Inman
Oh.
ties it up
Yeah.
here.
The
Hate those
First
films.
mix.
Hey, I'm
Renegade
3 out of
had it
8.
made. They finally found Rocha, and neither gentleman will be getting a bonus question this round. Your next category is fantasy sci-fi movies.
Wow, I might actually get more than a 3.
Name the featured actor in Alien Resurrection who would go on to star in the 2 Hellboy movies. I remember liking that Alien Resurrection.
I'm confused.
I remember liking that. You get confused very easily.
5,
You're a very special little boy, Chris.
4, 3. So's Adam Smith. 2,
Kelsey Grammer?
1. Pens down, and John Rocha.
Ron Perlman.
That's correct.
Ron Perlman.
There you go.
Shit.
Tie game here. 5-5 here. Next question, category of romance.
Oh.
Romance.
Aye.
Who plays the fiance to Owen Wilson's struggling author in Midnight in Paris?
What movie is this?
So you read the
Midnight
book
in
and I read the
Paris.
book. Whose book is better?
Writing?
Yeah, me. No,
You don't know how to write.
it doesn't mean my book's not going to be better than yours.
True. 5, 4, 3,
Reese
2,
Witherspoon.
1. Pens down, please. And John Rocha.
Rachel McAdams.
That's correct. Inman.
I said Amy Adams. That's part of the answer.
So Rocha takes the lead
wow.
back.
All
here,
those
6-5.
letters
Opening
to
up
be
our
wrong.
cash.
Last one. Last one.
Your next question, the final in this round 1 comes from
Please,
the world
I
of
would like to
new
get more than
releases.
3 out of 8.
And your question is, what is the name of Karen Gillan's character in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies?
Oh.
Crap.
Crap is not the answer.
Damn, that's what my book would be about.
Crap?
I would write Guardians of the Galaxy fan fiction, and I would destroy whatever He-Man BS you come up with.
You're just a negative person.
You'd be writing a He-Man book, wouldn't you? Yeah, yes or no?
I miss Ken Knapsack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A-Lon.
Pens down. Jason Inman.
She's called Nebula.
That's correct. Rocha.
I said it was a sister, but Nebula as well.
God,
Sister
damn
Nebula
it.
works. Okay.
Yeah, Sister
So-
Nebula.
That was
She's
her.
not in a convent
Forgot all about
currently,
that.
but we'll take
Forgot
it.
she
All
was
right,
fucking
so
around.
Damn.
3 out of 8.
That came at the
Yay!
end.
Round number
Yay!
1 here. The former champion is up 1
3 out of
over
8.
Jason Inman,
Rut
who's
continues,
actually
continues,
Good, 7th
continues.
round, you're right.
Even
Jason
though I
Inman played great.
have seen
7-6,
freaking
and
Guardians
some would say
2
that he only went
a
1
bazillion
to Rocha.
shit-tillion
And
times.
now we are in
Still
round
don't
2,
know who
round
played
2,
Nebula.
known to fans
Lovely.
worldwide all across
3
the
out of
galaxy
8
as the wheel
again.
round, as the wheel is out there. Each competitor gets a spin at that wheel. If you don't like the category,
Jesus
you spin, you are
H.
allowed
Tap
one
Dancing
mulligan, at which point
Christ.
you must answer 4 questions from that given category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple
I pluck
choice,
myself
at which
because I
point the
deserve
value
it.
of the question goes down to 1 point. Keep in mind,
I pluck
competitors,
myself
there is
because
stealing
fuck
available
myself.
in round
Really?
2.
Fuck
John
me.
Rocha, you are the favorite, and you have a narrow
I don't know
1-point
who fucking plays
edge over
Nebula.
Jason Inman. Would you like to spin first or defer to
I
your
only
Star
saw
Trek
Guardians 2 in the
fan
theater.
playing
Like,
a
oh, I don't
I
know,
defer
6 times.
To my Star Trek fan.
All right.
All right.
Also, guys, do not forget the JTE rule as well as the challenge rule.
Who
All
could
right.
forget
All
that?
Here we go. Jason Inman,
Well,
you're up first. Give it a good
Let's
spin.
enjoy the insanity, folks.
There he goes.
Here we go. You got to think he's searching for comic book movies here.
Nice spin, Jason.
It's not going to get there. It might get
Spielberg.
to Spielberg movies.
Spielberg movies. What does
Senior
Tough.
Julia
Spielberg.
What does
Roberts.
he do? What does he do? Does he
I'm going to
stay?
stay with it.
He's gonna stay
Wow.
with it.
Staying with
I'm-
Spielberg.
Stay with it. All
Respect,
right.
Jason.
Here
Respect.
we
I'm gonna
go.
stay with it.
Jason, 4 questions in the realm of Spielberg. First one. The 1989 film Always tells the tale of a recently deceased pilot, Spirit, looking for a newer pilot, only to find him falling for the Spirit's surviving girlfriend. Who are the 2 male leads?
It's Richard Dreyfuss. Mel Gibson?
Incorrect.
I think it's Richard Dreyfuss and Rick Rossovich.
That's incorrect. Richard Dreyfuss and John Goodman.
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Did you really think it was
gonna
Slider
challenge
You
from
that.
had
Top
me
Gun?
at the
I'm gonna
answers
challenge that.
are.
Look it up.
All right.
Rick Rossovich might be in the movie, but
He
the
is.
2 male leads are John Goodman and
All right.
Richard
Well,
Dreyfuss.
Well, you
He's
can
challenging.
argue the
He
leads.
challenged it.
He challenged it. There's
Yeah.
a challenge right now by the Outlaw. We'll be back on the roof.
1 second later. Ding!
All right, we're back from the challenge. The Outlaw has challenged, and we are sticking with the original ruling. John Goodman is the lead. John Rocha will lose his challenge.
But Rick Rossovich was great in Top Gun.
Right. So, all right, now back to Jason Inman.
The other guy.
Jason Inman. Here we go. Jason, what was the first movie that Spielberg was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Director?
I'm going to go multiple choice.
A, Jaws. B, Close Encounters of
Jaws.
the Third Kind. C, Raiders of the Lost Ark. D, E.T.
B.
That's correct. Close Encounters. That's
Close
1 point.
Encounters of the Third Kind.
All right, here
Nice.
you go.
Rick
Yeah, I should've said
Rossovich,
it.
great in that movie.
Question 3. Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston co-star in this Spielberg drama.
But it's not an MCU movie. Yet.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Munich, B, Lincoln, C, Amistad, D, Warhorse?
Warhorse.
That's correct. 1 point.
And the Warhorse Inman now
Yeah.
up 1 on John Rocha.
Final question here, Jason, in the world of Spielberg. What is Spielberg's longest film with a running time of over
Schindler's
3
List.
hours?
I believe it's Schindler's List.
2 points for
Nice.
Jason.
Yay,
Inman.
I actually knew
10-7,
that.
taking a
Yay.
5-point lead on the former champ.
Dap
But
for
now it's
me.
time for
Give me
Rocha
dap.
to give a shot.
Dap
That
anybody.
first one they missed. Rocha didn't steal, so not too bad.
Hey,
Rocha
well,
got
if
a
you
chance.
give Jason Inman a lead going in round 2 before
I
Rocha
get
spins, I
no
think that's a
dap
win for
because,
him.
like
We'll
I
see what
said,
Rocha can
no
come
one
up right now.
loves
There's
me.
a good spin.
All right, that's a nice hearty
a
spin
good
by a
spin.
seasoned veteran.
That's a good spin.
Here comes Biopix. He wants Biopix.
Oh.
He got it. He got Biopix.
Yes.
Does it again. He has
Big,
been.
big spin by Rocha
We'll
right
see.
there.
I
Are,
would
are
like-
there any biopics left? I'm a little nervous now.
I would
All right.
like to see Frank Janis's
good point.
stats on Rocha.
They've run out a lot of biopics on this.
All right, John Rocha, you have spun a desired category. According
Which usually
to
means
many sources
disaster.
out there, you're a fan of biopics, and here's your first question. In
Uh-oh,
that
he's drinking a
world,
beer.
Who directed 127 Hours?
Oh, shit. 5.
Multiple choices.
Is it A, Steven Soderbergh, B, Danny Boyle, C, Doug Lyman, or D, Bennett Miller?
Danny Boyle.
1 point for John Rocha.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Your next question. As depicted in the 2014 biopic American Sniper, which of the following attacks on the United States prompts Chris Kyle to enlist in the United States Navy?
Which of the?
Yeah.
Which
following?
Oh,
Which-
9/11.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Jason Inman.
Uh,
Black Hawk Down.
Following attacks.
Damn it.
5.
It's not the World Trade Center.
That is incorrect. We're looking for the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings in East Africa.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have.
It was very
Oh,
Is
cold.
the answer to that question.
This is what happens when you answer all the
Black
biopics.
Hawk-
They
I
get
thought
this deep.
Black Hawk
All
Down.
right.
Cold
All
at
right,
the same
here we
time.
go. Your next question. Who plays the frustrated new prime minister in The Queen?
Oh, Michael Sheen.
2
2
points.
points
Ties
for
it up.
Rocha.
That was big.
We are now tied up. And your question. In the world of biopics, which you enjoy living in regularly, Chadwick Boseman occasionally breaks the fourth wall while starring in what biopic?
Oh, I remember hearing about this movie. What the hell is that?
5.
I guess I got to go multiple choice.
Is it A, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? B, 42?
Get on up.
C, Get On Up? Or D, Talk to Me?
Jesus, I don't.
5.
Get on up.
For 1
Yeah.
point in the
Rocha
lead,
steals
he
it.
has done it.
But look, it's
I remember
if
that
you would've
movie
told
sounded
me
familiar.
that Rocha would only have a 1-point lead
More
going into
get
round
me.
number 3.
Look at the smile
Yeah,
on Jason
no.
Inman's face right
Yeah.
now.
Jason Inman has nothing to lose.
Nah, he's just happy to be here, and he might upset one
Yeah,
of the
that
greatest
was,
competitors this game has ever seen.
Category of
that
strength
is
that
now
ended up struggling.
Rocha has a 1
Mightily
point
on.
lead as we get into round number 3. Mark, how's round number 3 work?
In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers ranging from 1 to
2.
20. Rocha, you'll give us your 3 numbers first, then
2.
Inman, because Rocha has the 1-point lead. That's how that works. Each number you give us corresponds to a movie category up here at the news desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. The last question is worth 5 big points.
And of course, if I was
And
making
like
the
we said,
questions,
Rocha,
nobody
you're
would
gonna
ever
be
get
giving
the
us your
5-pointer
3
right.
numbers first. So which numbers feel lucky today?
2, 4, and 6.
Yes.
2, 4,
2.
6. Jason Inman.
Basic.
Let's go with 7, 10, and 12.
All right, so it's going to start with Jason Inman here, who's going to try to avoid the TKO and send it back to Rocha with just by answering his first 2-pointer here. It is number 7. Number 7 is what he chose. Number 7, Jason, that would be DiCaprio films.
Ooh.
DiCaprio films. Name a film in which the name of Leo's character is in the title of the film.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. He did not
Oh,
play Gilbert.
no, that's right.
It was Johnny Depp.
He was looking for either Romeo and Juliet, J. Edgar, or The Great Gatsby.
I gave up an easy question.
All right, so there you go. So right there, we
Now Inman needs his 3-pointer.
Needs his 3-pointer in
Send
order
it back to Rocha.
Send it back. All right, category of scores and soundtracks.
Mm.
Scores and soundtracks. All right, Jason, what Disney song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2014? What Disney song?
Frick, what was that movie?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
What Disney song won the Academy
Year.
Award for Best Original Song in
2013
2014?
movie.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I have no idea. It's not coming to me.
Let it go.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Let it go.
Of course it was Let It Go.
Go, and with one more question,
Jeez
he might let
whiz.
go of his chances to win the ultimate Schmoedown.
I'm just happy
here.
to be here. I'm just
beat
gonna
myself
say
over the head with that more than Jason.
No, it's all,
All right,
good.
here you go. All right, here
Of
we go.
course
So
it
your
was Let It
final
Go.
question here, your final question in order to avoid the TKO Your 5-pointer in the category of Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Name the first film that featured Tom and Meg Ryan in leading roles together.
When you said first, now I think you're trying to trick me. But I'm just, you know what? This has been a lovely time. So I'm just happy to be here, sleepless in Seattle.
And your winner!
Oh, wow. Thank God. Chalk. Finally got some chalk.
The answer was Joe versus the volcano.
That's right, and Inman ran into the volcano of the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Well, we had an
here. You know
upset sandwich between
Inman,
chalk
and he
bread.
ran into some tough questions and categories
Chalk
he
won
wasn't
match
as
one.
familiar with. You won't
Upset,
see a lot
upset,
of
upset,
geekdom,
upset,
but I
upset.
think Inman can be back here in singles
then
playing
chalk
the movie
ended.
Trivia Schmoedown.
Well,
Lovely.
what this does is
Lovely,
it sets up
lovely, lovely.
a heated match here between John Rocha and Sam Levine.
Oh, boy.
That is very, very interesting. Sam Levine
Still
and
wish
John
it was
Rocha now going
Bibbs.
head-to-head. John Rocha wants some revenge on Sam Levine from talking
yes,
at the
he does.
free-for-all, and Sam's been wanting to go after John for a long time. So there you go. That is, and that was something. It looked like Jason was putting up a fight, but then he just couldn't pull it together in the third round. But let's go and talk to Jen Sturger, who is here with both John Rocha and Jason Inman.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with the legend, John Rocha.
The legend.
How's it feel to be
Well,
back?
he just
We
got
haven't
upgraded
seen
to
you in a while.
legend
We saw
status
You in, your last time you
immediately.
won was in February.
Yeah.
And then you were in the triple threat match.
Yeah.
And now you're back.
Yeah.
And you're competing in the tournament.
Yeah, listen, it's a whole new tournament. It's deeper, it's harder, there's more player, and there's upsets happening all over the place.
Yeah,
so it's
you're
incredible to
not
beat Jason
kidding.
at one point, and I've got something to prove. Losing to Dan in that triple threat match on the heels of losing the tag team titles or losing the tag team opportunity with Matt Nost against the Patriots. I just am in a different place. I'm focused. I'm not going to get too high, not too low. Do my breathing, do all my meditation, do my focusing, and this guy, Jason Inman, it says 16. No way was he a 16 seed. That guy beat he won in the 5-way. He came and brought it, and it was a tight game. If he hadn't missed those third round questions, it was going to come back to me. So beating him by 1 point says something about that competition.
And how about that second round when you spun biopics? How stoked were you?
Yeah, very, very happy. And
But the biopics questions are getting harder.
they
am I
are,
wrong?
and that's my fault because I keep spinning it, and it keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and we're getting more obscure. So it's a tough situation. But I'm also feeling a bit, I was a bit rusty. It's been a bit, so just kind of figuring it out as I go along.
Absolutely. So now, of course, we've got to talk what's coming up for you next in this tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's been a lot of trash talking from Sam Levine, who I don't know. Are you sad that Sam beat Bibiani?
I'm a little bit sad that Sam beat Bibiani because Bibiani's been talking all his mess. He left my horseman. He's doing all the things that he's doing, and he crashed and burned both times. Both times he's had a shot out in the first round, and I wanted shots at Bibiani because of all the stuff he's been talking. But that being said, Sam Levine, you and I have had a date with destiny for quite some time now. Ever since you shot your mouth off to Emma Fife and you said, "Fuck John Rocha." Yeah, I remember. I still have it as a video on my phone. I wake up to it. I play it to myself every morning just to motivate me
It's your alarm
against
clock?
you. Yeah, it's my alarm clock. It's what Sam Levine wakes me up every morning with this.
Competitor level, I kind of hope it's Rocha because fuck you. Fuck you, John Rocha.
That's right. That's my alarm. Every time I wake up, it gets me out of bed. It gets me into the gym. It gets
That's
me
a
studying
hell of
movie
an
trivia.
alarm.
You know why, Sam Levine?
Fuck
Because I
you,
gotta beat
fuck
your
you,
diminutive
fuck
butt
you.
once and for all. That beard.
Pardon
it's
the
fine.
language,
A child
folks.
your
I'm
age
just
can't
going
grow
what
a
he
beard
said.
that big. I know it's all fake. You put it on with spirit gum. You're lying to everybody. That's goat hair. It's not even real hair, Sam Levine. You're taking it from the bottom of the top of your head and putting it on your face. It's disgusting. Go bald already.
It's kind of a novel idea. Now,
Who
you
wants to
are
go
a veteran
bald?
Yeah.
in this tournament. Do you think does it ever get easier? Are you still a little nervous going forward?
Absolutely. You're always nervous going against the competition because, like Christian is always finding and recruiting new people, smart people, intelligent people about movies. Look at the tournament now. Drew McWeeny, Bibiani, all these incredible people. Someone like Stacey Howard can step in and beat Mark Ellis. That tells you the level of competition we're dealing with here in the tournament. And certainly Jason Inman was no pushover, and I fully expected for him to take me to the end, and he almost did.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do next in the tournament.
Me either. It's destroy Sam Levine. That's what I'm doing next. Sammy, put it in your Bible.
Now, wait, before I let you go, I have one more question.
Okay.
You know, with Riley being a two-time champ and Merle being a two-time champ, is there a little bit of pressure to go up against Christian in that final match?
Oh, Jen, I wouldn't say it's pressure. It's excitement. It's drive. It's desire. Look, I said 4 matches, right? We're down to 3. It only makes sense. I want to be a two-time champ as well. Listen, I know people still think it's a fluke that I won both those belts, the tag team belts and the single belts. They think it's a fluke that I beat Dan because I couldn't beat him because that Calvin Klein question. I was one Back to the Future question away from beating Dan again. People still think it's a fluke. So if I'm going to belong on that Mount Rushmore of the Schmoedown, I feel like I have to be a two-time champ just to get up there. And Christian Harloff, you talk all that mess. You talk all that stuff that I beat you by 1 point, the Rocky 3 analogies, all that stuff. You got your revenge tour. You best be praying to face me, son, so you can finish that thing out. It'll be the last stop on your tour, Christian, and the belt's coming back around my waist or on my shoulder where it belongs, because these are the shoulders built to carry a championship belt.
Just like mine.
That's right, Jen.
I carry a championship belt.
Oh, Jason.
It's called Wrestling
that was a
Trivia
rough way to go
Showdown.
out.
Hey, you know, I was just happy to be there.
Frozen, really?
I couldn't place the year.
I couldn't either.
I couldn't, you know, that's what happened in all
Come after
three of
me,
my last
Jen.
questions. Like, I knew the answer, but I
feel bad.
couldn't make it come out. I thought the last question was a trick, so I was like, okay, it's either a trick or I'm going to say the obvious answer, but I knew Frozen won an Oscar. I just couldn't place the year.
Frozen, Gatsby, Meg Ryan. Who gets taken out?
Romeo and
I
Juliet.
couldn't help it.
Meg Ryan
I
got
can't believe it's already been
She took me out, too.
4 years.
So.
That song's been
It was
around.
really, really close, though, up until then. It was a 1-point match.
Time has flew.
How great were you feeling that
Flew,
second round
flew,
going
flew,
into the third
flew.
round?
I was feeling really good because Rocha could have.
I'm taking off my helicopter. Flew, flew,
but
flew,
he
flew, flew.
didn't. And I was really worried that I made a mistake.
Oh, don't worry,
hunkering
that
down
you're getting
on
up in the
Spielberg,
helicopter.
But I couldn't
Flew,
chance it. There
flew,
were too many
flew,
unknowns in the wheel, so I was feeling
I
pretty
stand
comfortable on
corrected.
Spielberg, so I decided to make my claim. And you know what? It actually
He's
worked
not
out
man
for
enough
me
to
most
admit
of the
I'm
way.
wrong.
It did. Luck played your side. That wheel can either destroy someone or it can be their best friend. I think you
Admit
did
it.
pretty well.
Flew,
with that.
flew, flew.
There were
It's
some
like
Rocha
the
questions
funniest
for
thing
biopics
that's
that
ever
I
been
knew.
created.
So, like, yeah.
Ever.
You know, John Rocha, I really respect him. I was very scared coming into this match.
Scared?
I
You
expected
called
to
him an
TKO
evil
me
man.
in the second round. So the
Called him
fact that
evil
he
man.
didn't makes me feel pretty good.
But
today.
yet he's your friend.
So going forward in the tournament, can we say you're rooting for
Psychology,
John Rocha?
I am rooting for John Rocha.
If you're gonna get taken out, be taken out.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stick by my pledge. If I can make it to his matches, I will be there. I will walk
If
out
I can
hand
make
in
it
hand
to
with
these
him,
matches.
celebrating him, maybe with fireworks, some sort of confetti.
We don't have permits for that.
We're gonna make
no.
the studio messy. However
Messy?
we do
Who
it, I'm
wants to
gonna
do
celebrate
that?
John Rocha because I was pulling for Scott Mans. I was pulling for John Rocha, and now John Rocha is the only one in there. And I
You
want
had to pull
him
for
go
Scott
all the
Man.
way to
You
the
had
top.
to beat Scott
So
Man.
now that you've been
How you
knocked
pull
out
for
of the
Scott Man?
tournament,
We got beat him.
what's next for you?
Well, I
That
had
don't
some
make
fun in
no
the singles tournament, and
sense.
I'm going to come back to the singles. I think, you know, me winning the five-way and me proving that Rocha didn't just shut me down proves that I still have some play to have in the singles tournament. We did pretty well in the team tournament. Team Trek's going nowhere, but there is a tournament that I need to be in.
Which is that?
That is the Inner Geekdom.
Oh.
That is the one that Christian at every turn has been like, oh, we can't schedule your match. We can't schedule your match. We can't schedule a match. I think he's afraid that I'm going to take that belt really quickly away from Hector Navarro.
Wait. You think the commissioner is dodging you to schedule this match?
Little bit. He had a shot to put me in the very first Inner Geekdom. If there was anybody you were going to put in the Inner Geekdom in this whole group, it would have been me. I mean, for God's sake, I'm wearing this right now. I'm wearing double nerd. And he didn't put me in the first round.
Laid.
So, no, but Inner Geekdom, I'm going to shoot like a phoenix straight to the top.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
So encouraging.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
I had a great time.
We will see you again soon.
Oh, cool. Can you validate my parking too?
I don't have that kind of authority here.
Damn it.
You see that? I mean, John Rocha, look, I know it's his first time back in a while, but he seems not too concerned about some of the rustiness that we clearly saw up there today. Biopics, he had to get the dust off of that category.
Well, I think that, you know, to be fair, John Rocha is very strong in the third round. So I think that had Jason Inman bounced it back to Rocha, I think we would have been for a fight. It's just, Inman just didn't have it in the third round.
The guy hasn't seen Frozen 10 times. Are we going to punish him forever?
Well, the Frozen one was
I haven't seen Frozen
tough.
2 times.
I knew
You love
Come
that
at me
song.
with
I did.
pitchforks
But
and
listen,
torches.
It is a matter. Rocha obviously said that he really wants to get back at the belt, and I respect him for it. And part of me is it would be very interesting to play Rocha again. He's the only one on my tour that I have to finish, my revenge tour. The only person
sold out tour across this great land of ours.
So, but look, Rocha's also talking about Sam Levine. He knows he's got to beat Sam. He knows that there's some tough competitors out there, and he is not the same Rocha that he was last year. He's taking a very different approach to this. You can see him when he was talking to Jen. He is more focused and more just determined to win and doing it in a much different presentation.
Yeah, and a little more dressed down, maybe a little less emotional even.
Yeah.
Rocha, when he wins, when he loses, he's trying not to get too high or too low. So hats off to both of the competitors, one of which wears a great cowboy hat.
Well, Rocha's now 7-4 as he starts his climb back into the Ultimate Schmoedown. 1 down, 3 to go in order the Ultimate Schmoedown winner to be the Outlaw, but he's got a tough road ahead. Look at that bracket. We have
Yeah,
a lot
look at that
left
bracket.
here in the
Where's
Ultimate
all the
Schmoedown,
favorites?
and round 2 is
Gone,
going to have a
dead,
lot of big
finished,
signature
history.
matchups, and one of those is Sam
Dodo.
Levine and John Rocha. I love the pairing already. Sam Levine's been playing hot lately.
Yep.
John Rocha now is trying to get back on track in the singles division, so I'm liking where we're going so far, partner.
You know who else is on fire is all the fans out there for sharing this, going door to door, taking their laptops to their
You're looking
neighbors
forward
and saying,
to it. I
click
wonder
right
why.
here and watch the movie
'Cause
Trivia
no
Schmoedown. Also join the
perfect
Facebook
bracket.
page and check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. I lost my match.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Again.
What's up, everyone? Frank here from
I
the
think
Rundown.
that glitch intro
And
gets longer and
finally,
longer every
the
single
first round of
time.
the tournament has come to an end as John Rocha defeats Jason Inman 11-10. Real quick, let's see how we got there. It was a tight first round as Inman's 6 points was able to keep pace with Rocha's 7 points. And in fact, this was the third straight time Rocha has scored 7 points in the first round in singles play. So with a 1-point lead, Rocha defers to Inman, who comes up with 4 points in the Spielberg category.
It was a very
As for
slow,
Rocha's
sluggish
turn,
round, too.
He spun
which was,
biopics for the 4th time in his
surprising, but
career.
really liked what
And after his
categories they
turn,
got.
he has now answered 14 of 16 questions lifetime in the biopics category. Moving on to the final round with a 11-10 lead, Inman was unable to answer any of his final 3 questions, giving Rocha the win and the first TKO of the tournament. Also, believe it or not, this was Rocha's first career TKO in the Schmoedown. As we take a closer look to what these players did, you can see Rocha answered 10 out of 13 questions for a 77% accuracy rate. He was 0 for 1 on his lone steal opportunity. Jason Inman, he answered 9 out of 16 for a 56% accuracy rate. He was also 0 for 1 in his lone steal opportunity. Now, after this match with Rocha and Inman, let's take a look at how the first round breaks down between the winner and the losers, how they performed. You can see the winner usually answers 76% of their questions while averaging 16 to 17 points for the win. As for the loser, they've been answering close to 62%, only coming up around 14 points in the match. As we move into the second round, expect that loser score rate to go up and the point totals to become closer together. It should be an exciting rest of the tournament.
It was only 20 points, so that's like a difference
is over. Let's take a look at these second round
point and a
matchups.
half
We're going to have
or 2.5
Chandler
points a
taking
match
on Mike
difference.
Kalinowski once again. You got Jeff Snyder and JTE doing battle.
I'm going to go ahead and give my
Patriots.
predictions
We have
about
Stacey
that
Howard
when
taking
the
on
bid's over.
Rachel
I'm gonna go
Cushing.
ahead and
Should be
give
a
my
real interesting
take on
match.
who I think's
And
getting
then
to the
finally we
Final
have
Four
John
out of the,
Rocha taking on
remaining
Sam
8.
Levine. And if Rocha's post-match comments are entertaining, so should this match. And if we take a look at Rocha and Levine's opponents that they've faced this season, you see Rocha in his 4 matches, his opponents are scoring on an average of 73%. And then you have Levine in his 3 matches, his opponents are scoring nearly 80% against him. So they have both been up against some quality competition this season. It should be very interesting to see what they do against each other because no doubt about it, these 2 players are on a roll, and it should be a highly, highly skilled match we'll see in the second round from these 2. Now let's turn our attention to some record updates. Let's start with the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament performances. You see Rocha's performance here against Inman just slides in at number 10 now, answering 10 out of 13 like we said before.
Enjoy that, roll that
with 10
blast.
points, answering 76.92% of his questions, so he slides right into that 10th spot. Now looking at the all-time point leaders, John Rocha is now the new point leader in the history of the Schmoedown with 186 points through 11 matches. He finally overtakes Josh McCouga's 182 points. But it wasn't all good for Rocha in terms of records. If we take a look at steal leaders, John Rocha was in that 5 spot, but now his arch nemesis Scott Mans slides up to that 5 spot, answering 6 out of 8. John Rocha has now answered 7 out of 10 because of that miss in this match. He drops down to 7th. And who's 6th on this list that we don't see here? That would be Sam Levine. Alright, if you're looking for more stats and info on your favorite players and teams, go follow at SD Rundown Stats on Twitter for more. And if you want to listen to full breakdowns and analysis of every match, be sure to check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast every Saturday on the SK Plus YouTube channel, as well as on the Schmoes Know podcast feed on iTunes. Alright, that's it. This has been your post-match Schmoedown breakdown.
Thank you, Frankie Numbers. Oh, no, gotta show this instead.
Well, well. What do we have here?
What do we have here?
Hello, Outlaw.
Don't give me that hello outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you? Hardly, dude. I'll take you on Schmoedown any day of the week, anytime.
Any day, any time?
Any day, any time, Rocha, just like last time.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? I owe you for that one.
Oh, yeah, you want a Schmoedown?
Oh, I want a Schmoedown right now.
Oh, you want a Schmoedown right now?
I want a Schmoedown right now, Riley.
Well, then draw.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. And if you think these two take movie trivia seriously,
yes, it is getting hot in here.
Should take the fans into consideration. Y'all have been begging for your shot at the movie trivia Schmoedown, and now you get your opportunity.
But hey,
we are proud to
the lighting's at least fixed.
Schmoedown app.
Yay! Punk shove.
Fans will be able to play all trivia modes and compete against your favorite competitors, join a league.
I'm starting to enjoy seeing that now, because I just get to whip out Mortal Kombat whenever I want.
You can unlock the inner geekdom division and play in another format. Find some fans from all over the world, climb up the rankings, team a champion, challenge a champion, but make sure you've earned it. We're so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the movie trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I think I need to watch Mortal Kombat again.
How'd you miss that? It's for everybody. Make sure you guys download it right now on iTunes for a one-time fee of just $3.99. And make sure you request to join the Movie Trivia Facebook page. And then one day, maybe you can challenge the likes of a Rocha, a Riley, maybe even your old pal, Baby Carrots. I'll be your Huckleberry. It's Schmoedown time.
Alright. Well, not as high scoring as I thought it was going to be, but ultimately, Chalk finally prevailed. God, it's been a long time since I could say that. John Rocha advances to round 2, and he will play Sam Levine. So, round 2 is officially set. We have Rocha versus Levine, which looks like that could probably be the match of round 2. The other matches, we have Stacey Howard versus Rachel Cushing on the same side of that bracket. The other side of the bracket, we have a rematch from not too long ago. It was recent enough that I was actually reacting to it, so it's been within the last couple months. Mike Kalinowski, Breanne Chandler, and of course the much anticipated Jeff Snyder JTE match. That match is going to be kind of awkward to react to after everything that we've learned in the last couple weeks. First off, want to send my thoughts out to Jeff Snyder, who we found out lost his mother a couple days ago. So my thoughts and prayers are out to the Snyder family. It's rough to see. You never want to see that happen to anybody. And of course, obviously, stuff with JTE. That's going to be that match is going to be weird to react to. I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about that match when it happens. I will say this, though. I mean, this is kind of off topic. I hope the people that do react to that match have the courtesy to not, monetize those reactions. I think out of respect for those guys, I don't think anybody should be making any money off a reaction like that, especially with what they've gone through. Hopefully, people would abide by that, have the respect to do so. But, it doesn't matter to me personally. I mean, I'm just giving my opinion. I mean, I don't make any money off my videos anyway. It's just not something that I've felt like doing. It just doesn't seem right to me. Because, I'm just doing reactions. I'm watching other people's content. They should be the one that, prosper. But that's just my take. So as far as who I think is going to win in the upcoming matches, I gotta go Rocha beating Levine. I think he will advance. I think he will take on Rachel, who I think will beat Stacey. the other side of the bracket, I'm kind of leaning towards Mike Kalinowski beating Brienne again, although it wouldn't surprise me at all if Brienne came out on top. And you know what? I'm gonna roll with JTE. I think he's gonna continue this this momentum, and I think he's gonna knock off Jeff. And so I think I've got JTE Kalinowski on one side, and I got Rocha Cushing on the other side. As far as the final out of those four, man, that's never would have expected that final four to begin the tournament. But yeah, as far as who's going to come out of that, that's going to be really interesting to see. But that's still several weeks away. We still got a ton more matches to go from there. But with that being said, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts. If you like what you have seen, leave a comment, leave a like, and always make sure you watch their video first. It's the right thing to do. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. I post almost every single one of my reactions. I post them when I can. Join Joey Morin's Fan Reaction League. Join the Wrestling Trivia Showdown. There will be trivia, worldwide movie trivia, movie battleground. Join all those that are somewhat related to the Schmoedown. I have a blast doing them all, and I hope you will too. But with that being said, that is going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts. Until next time, I'm your host, JTH, saying until next time, thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.